The Sami Zayn Kevin Owens story is one for the record books. And again, apologies. I missed it talking about everything on Monday, but I think it deserves its own standout segment anyway. These two guys have a long, long history together. And it is very difficult to keep that kind of a thing feeling fresh and unique when both guys have been active performers the whole time. Like, this isn't, if John Cena and Randy Orton wrestle again, it's a bit different because they've wrestled a whole lot for a long time there, and then they didn't for a while, and now if they do again, it'll be neat. These two guys have just been around the whole time, and they're tag team partners, and they're not. And then they are, and then they kind of get along, and now they're on different shows, and now they're not, and now they hate each other. There's a lot that has gone into it, and so it is challenging to make it feel fresh. And yet, I'm not going to say this feels fresh, but I'll be goddamned if it doesn't feel exciting. Every promo for this, I think, has been fantastic. And like I said, it's a tough feud to make it feel fresh, but you know these guys are going to deliver. And now you have the extra layers where before there was a lot of vitriol from both sides and everything like that, but there was also it was kind of capped. You know, like it was a upper mid card, but it was a mid card thing. These two guys are legitimately main eventers now, and you would assume that someone who would win this feud would be in a position to again challenge for a championship at some point. Those stakes in WWE haven't really felt like they've been there before. So I do think that it has a little bit more added importance for these two guys this time. And because of that, you could do this at Mania again. I understand that they just did it at Mania a couple of years ago, where they basically just did that match where it's like you set finishers to unlimited on WWE 2K. I'm just like, all right, let's just have a time, guys. And they just went out and kicked the crap out of each other and it was awesome. You could still do something like that again with them. I do like that they're putting it on in Toronto. It's a Canadian versus Canadian. Crowd's going to be electric for that one. And I think it is going to be, I don't want to say a star-making night because both guys are stars already, but it's going to be one of those ones that elevates both performers involved. And so I feel like this is just the setup for something else at WrestleMania for both. I predict that Randy Orton would come out and have some kind of involvement in this match on March 1st out in Toronto and set up their Mania thing there. I'm a little worried about how much Karrion Kross has been interacting with Sami Zayn, and I don't want that to be my Mania feud. And I'm not even as down on Karrion Kross as a lot of people are. I think there's an interesting character there. I just want more for my Sami Zayn in 2025. So we'll see where this goes. But they've added legitimacy to this one with. Sammy cuts a phenomenal promo on Monday, and he and Adam Pearce, they play off each other so effectively. And Adam Pearce, I don't think he gets enough credit for how damn good he is at that GM thing. So, again, just a quick aside there, but I feel like with Sammy and with Kevin Owens, like the car phone video thing, filming it selfie style, it just adds a level of I just needed to say something, and I can't come there because I am too hurt, but I just need to tell you how much of an asshole you are. And again, you can kind of see the motivations of both characters, flawed as they may be, but Kevin Owens is like, man, you've been my best friend for forever, and then you rush to help Roman Reigns, but you're not going to help me win the championship when I'm neck first in a ladder right now? Like, what the hell, bro? And Sami Zayn is like, hey, man, sure, you could have not package pile driven me, though. And again, for those who have followed these guys for a long time, the package pile driver being the inciting incident is a little bit funny. It's like, you tried to end my career. This is different. It's like, is it? Because now, granted, you had a mask on before, and his name was Kevin Steen, not Kevin Owens, but he did that to you through a ladder once before. So I don't know why this time on canvas was different, but that's only if you are following along from Ring of Honor, or as WWE refers to it, a place where we had a lot of history. But overall, this is going to be an unbelievable match that we get on Saturday. And it is an unbelievable build already for a feud that has stood the test of time. Ultimately, what I am hoping that comes out of this is the start of the Sami Zayn title push. We got it referenced a little bit in the build to Royal Rumble, and it's kind of faded away. But I do think whether it is just a absurd ass kicking at the hands of Kevin Owens, or it's a win that propels him, I think either way, there are ways you can build this story that leads to Sami Zayn getting a championship probably by around this time next year, and Lord knows he deserves that. So, a lot of great stuff happening with WWE right now, and I just wanted to touch on that one because I missed it yesterday.